What's up folks, it's CrushSG back with an update on my mod collection. So, late last year I put out a collection called Vanilla Plus Night City on Nexus Mods. I eventually expanded it to 3 collections to suit folks with different spec PCs. Well, about a month in, patch 2.11 hit and we all know how that went. Mods broke, and as these things go, not every mod gets updated promptly or at all. So in came the posts and the DMs telling me that various things weren't working. I spent the better part of the next few weeks basically troubleshooting all manner of problems. And just when everything more or less updated and stabilized, we of course got hit with 2.12. Long story short, it got so bad and troubleshooting was taking so much of my time that I decided to indefinitely put my collections on hold. Well, it's been a few months now, and after a fair few requests, I finally decided to update the collection and pray that we aren't hit with another patch right after doing this. Anyway, quick overview, Vanilla Plus Night City is a collection of mods that I use in my personal playthroughs. For those who don't know what a collection is, collections are a Nexus Mods feature that allows Vortex users to download a predetermined set of mods curated and uploaded by someone else. It is a really convenient feature, provided you trust the one curating the collection. As the name suggests, the focus of this collection is Vanilla Plus. The goal is to enhance the game's visuals, the gameplay, immersion, bug fixes and such. I just wanted to make the vanilla game feel a little more polished and fleshed out. Thus, you won't see anything too outlandish like flying cars or remodeling entire apartments or completely overhauling game systems. Alright, so where there were 3 variants before, I have since reduced it to just 2 collections. We have the full collection titled Vanilla Plus Night City version 2.0, and we have the stripped down version called Vanilla Plus Night City version 2.0 Lite. The main difference between the two are strictly texture upscales. The main collection has a full suite of texture upscales from a few different authors and is recommended for GPUs with at least 16 gigs of VRAM. The Lite version only contains 1 texture upscale pack, so it shouldn't have much impact on system resources compared to the vanilla game. That's basically the only difference. Both variants include the exact same gameplay and immersion mods, as well as all the bug fixes. To save some time, I'll go through the entire collection, but I won't go into much detail or showcase every mod. I have multiple mod list videos on them already. I'll link those in the description and you can watch them at your leisure. So starting with texture upscale packs, the main collection comes with manually enhanced Night City, environment textures overhaul, and almost all of Zilla Monster's NPC texture upscales. The Lite collection only includes manually enhanced Night City. Now while all of them work fine as is, if you use the main collection, I would recommend giving load priority to manually enhanced Night City over environment texture overhaul. I'll link my modding guide in the description for those who don't know what this means. And for those wondering why only 2K textures, it's simply because over the many hundreds of hours of testing, I have arrived at the conclusion that texture upscales over 2K just don't provide any noticeable visual benefit to my eye. So I see no point costing yourself more VRAM by going with 4K textures. Now, I know there's a trend of going with 4K textures and then setting texture quality to medium, but I would not advise that personally. You see, setting textures to medium doesn't magically use less VRAM without consequence. It does so for a reason. Even the most extensive texture upscale packs won't cover every single texture, and going to medium not only scales down those things that are not upscaled, it could also break other mods that require textures to be set to high. And there are quite a few mods with that requirement. So yeah, I went with 2K upscales, just leave textures on high, less problems, great fidelity. Moving on, we have the other visual mods, alternative eye material, alternative hair material, but notably I've chosen to go with Ava's skin details instead of alternative skin material. They both do similar things, but Ava does a little more, so that's what I went with. Preem hair of course makes hair finer and look better. And then we have the Blood Enhanced series, which affects blood effects and dismemberment. Better Windows enhances clarity in Windows, and Blur Be Gone enhances most of the translucent stuff. For the weather mods, I've chosen to go with a combination of Clear Rain and Nova Ripples. I think those look visually the most balanced to me, and I know that my personal preference of heavier rain doesn't sit well with most. And of course, Weathermancer for controlling the weather if you need to, and Notifier Begone basically enables universal weather effects across the board, so you will always have the weather in Night City apply to the Badlands as well. I also included a select few FX Begone mods to remove specific effects like the Combat Alert scan lines and the glitch effects from both Johnny and the inventory, making things a little bit less intrusive. Now, Preem Scanner and Preem Scopes clear up the scanner and scope UIs respectively, and Preem Water Cannon Edition makes water bodies look more realistic. And finally, we have the Ragdoll Physics Overhaul, which just improves the physics of NPCs getting shot and dying and stuff. Alright, next we have the Virtual Atelier series of mods, which puts virtual shops on the net section of any terminal. I have included the car dealer, the clothes store, and the crafting material store. You're going to have to download modded vehicles separately on your own because unfortunately most modded cars require manual installation due to things like color choices and stuff. Okay, on to romance expansion mods. We have the Romance Enhanced series, which improves romance interactions for the main love interests, and the Romanced series, which adds extra side romances to NPCs like Aurora, Flaming Crotchman, and Rita Wheeler. Romance Hangouts Enhanced fixes some bugs with the vanilla feature of Hangouts, with added support for non-vanilla romances like Male V with Judy, Male V with River, and Female V with Pan Am. And finally, we have a bunch of bonus quests based on the Deceptious mods, which add a couple of quests for Judy and Pan Am, as well as one for Jackie. Moving on to the Immersion mods, we have H10 Mega Building Unlocked, which unlocks access to the full H10 building where V's apartment is. Cosmopolitan Night City enables NPCs to converse in their native languages, and now this comes with its own secondary installer, so you can set it up however you like. Lizzie's Brain Dancers enables brain dance functionality at Lizzie's Bar, and I've picked the more lore-friendly, staff-only version. And then we have Immersive Ripperdocs, which adds short animations to interactions with Ripperdocs to make it feel more immersive. And Immersive Time Skip adds a toggleable time skip feature, and Immersive First Person increases how far you can look down at yourself. Then we have Night City Alive, which gives gangs and some NPCs custom routines and interactions. I chose the standard edition to keep the performance hit in check. Night City Interactions enables drinking at various bars, allowing you to invite select NPCs to come drink with you. It also enables observation of some key locations specific to the Edge Runners anime.
Couldn't you replace Susie and lead the mocks?
No way in hell. I'll stick with tuning virtues, thank you very much.
Next we have Immersive Flash and Immersive Media from the Gits series of mods, which improves muzzle flashes and enhances vanilla ads. And last on the immersion list, we have Better Sleeves, which rolls V's sleeves up or down while driving or riding in first person, based on what they are wearing. Now, speaking of driving, here are the included driving mods. Driver Combat 2.0 adds a few features to driving combat, but I mainly included this for the smooth vehicle entry and exit animations. Driving first-person camera tweaks makes the first-person camera shift slightly to the left or right as you turn the car, which gives you a much better field of view and better situational awareness when driving. And then Better Camera Auto allows you to adjust the zoom and field of view in the various driving modes even further to enhance this. The Car Modification Shop allows you to almost fully customize the power and the handling of every car that you own, and Vehicle Customizer enables the swapping of vehicle skins for any vehicle that does not have the Crystal Coat feature. Onto the gameplay mods, and we have All Guns Are Cool, which combines revolvers and handguns into one single category as far as perk requirements and effects go. And next we have Ping Tags Enemies, which automatically tags enemies that are marked by the ping quick hack so you don't have to do it manually. And Pyromania Expanded enables all explosive weapons to stack the Pyromania perk buff instead of just a select few weapons. Any gun, any attachment unlocks the ability to cross-equip attachments on different gun types, and it comes with its own installer for you to customize exactly how you want this mod to work. Now, DLC Liberation Protocol brings Twitch and GOG exclusive items into the game world by putting them in as discoverable loot. And finally, we have the two newest additions to my gameplay list, Nova Crowds and Nova Traffic, which I just showcased recently. Nova Crowds is a crowd randomizer that works just fine on its own with customizable in-game settings. Nova Traffic is a traffic randomizer that has modded car support, though for the same reason I mentioned earlier, I did not include any modded cars into this collection. You can watch my showcase video or visit the main mod page for more info on how to set it up. It is worth noting that these two mods do have a performance impact, but it varies from system to system and also depending on the settings that you use. So if you're having any problems running them, just disable these two mods. Okay, that's it for gameplay mods. Now we have some UI and quality of life mods, starting with LoD Begone, which allows you to disable various load screens. It comes with its own installer to set things up. Stand Still Please stops V from moving around during character creation, which can be very annoying when you're trying to get your V just right. The Better Armor Tooltip mod makes the armor tooltip more accurate for damage reduction. And Metro Pocket Guide kinda acts like Google Maps by adding a routing feature to the world map for the metro system. And of course, Reset Attributes allows on-demand attribute and skill point resetting. Unlock Me the Mods allows you to unequip all mods and attachments from weapons that were previously locked in vanilla. The Better Main and Pause Menu mod shrinks the menu buttons so that additional buttons can fit on the screen without having you scroll through the list. Performance Feature Toggles adds the ability to control various graphic and performance settings that far exceed what the vanilla in-game settings menu provides you. Now, Limited HUD allows you to customize exactly which HUD elements are visible and when, with the ability to toggle the HUD elements on or off. And finally, probably the most asked about mod in every video, the Big Compass Around Circle minimap is the mod that makes my minimap round. Alright, now for the LoD mods, and we have NVF LoDs, which improves NPC levels of detail. Next, we have Increased LoD Details Distance, which improves environment texture LoDs. Not So Good Draw Distance, which increases the draw distance of assets in the environment. Improved Vegetation LoDs increases the LoDs of foliage and trees. And finally, Always Best Quality Ads does the same thing, just for ads in Night City. And now we get to the last category, bug fixes. And I'll only be talking about the main ones here. Wind Begone addresses the black shadow bug on trees when ray tracing or path tracing are enabled. The Finisher Fix mod addresses the melee finisher bug. The Synaptic Accelerator bug fix addresses the endless looping bug with that cyberware, and the Crystal Coat fix addresses the broken Crystal Coat feature. Now the rest of them are just minor bug fixes, and there are quite a few. Okay, wow, that was a long one. I don't think I've ever talked about that many mods before. Now, I know some of the Key Knight folk out there will probably have noticed that this collection doesn't actually include every single mod that I use. And that is generally because some mods require manual installation or extensive configuration, so I can't include them in the collection. The collection's gotta be as easy to use as possible. Other mods like Ultra Plus, it's a rather heavy mod that pushes the game engine around a fair bit. It requires some instruction to learn how to use, and it does have stability problems on some systems. Thus, I figured it best not to include these mods in the collection, and much like lighting mods and LUTs, I'll just leave those to you to download on your own. Needless to say, the collection also includes any mod resources required to run all of these mods, so you won't need to download any other requirements. And one final note is that a few of the mods require you to enter V's H10 apartment to trigger the mods. So once you've installed the collection, just go to V's H10 apartment, enter it, and you should see some form of activation message. Save the game, and any gameplay from that save onwards will have this mods active. And alright folks, that's it for this video. As always, links to the necessary will be in the video description. I won't be linking every single mod because the mods will all be listed on the collection page itself, so I'll just link the whole collection. Here's hoping that CDPR doesn't see fit to drop another mod-breaking, inconsequential patch soon. And I can't promise that I'll be able to troubleshoot everything with this collection for everyone, but I will try. Thumbs up if you like the video, sub if you want to see more content, and I'll catch you later. Take care, folks.